No. Yeah. Roll call, please.
Mr. Forrest?
Present.
Mr. Grappia?
Present.
Mr. Joseph?
Present.
Mr. Bruno? Mr. Ridgel?
Here.
Mr. Mayhew?
Yes.
Mr. Wells?
Here.
Mr. Vial?
Here.
Ms. Hyde?
Here.
Thank you. I'd like to amend the agenda, please, adding the employment of legal counsel.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Hyde, seconded by
Second.
Mr. Vial. Roll call, please.
Mr. Forrest? Mr. Grappia? Yes. Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Still outside. Just skip him.
Mr. Ridgel?
Yes.
Mr. Mayhew?
Yes.
Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Vial?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead, Dennis.
All right, it came to our attention that, we need to hire our legal counsel to represent our fire board. It's always been given as a favor that the attorneys for the council has volunteered to step in and represent the fire board, but we have no legal counsel. So I'm asking the board to move to retain Mr. Brad Cascio as our legal representation, and to, if that's possible, we can do a $1,000 a month retainer, having him represent us.
Okay, any discussion, board members?
So, we're saying this is for particular issues, or we're just saying in a general sense? What are we?
In general sense.
In general.
Just to be here at our board meetings and
Yeah.
whatever else we have going
Any
on?
legal
Correct.
opinions that we need, legal advice, we can call Mr. Cascio, and under the retainer fee, he would do that.
And let me ask another dumb question, but is this by the hour, or we just saying it's a total cap of it? That's what I'm trying to figure out, because
It's-
normally you do it like a prospectus or something like that, and you understand.
It's a $1,000 a month, for whatever y'all decide. The only thing that if we do go into a litigation, then I think it is based on hourly at that time. But to be based as a $1,000 a month retainer representing our fire board, we have no representation right now.
We would need to.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
I think we need to set some, some kind of parameters, for the $1,000. How it's gonna be used? Are we just gonna have him on a straight retainer for $1,000? What happens if he used that for a month?
Or if he has to go to court.
Or,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah, he has to go to court or something. What happens
You wanna
then?
respond
So I
to
think
that,
we
Brad?
need to set something.
I mean, I'm supportive.
Yeah, I'm not
well,
against
I
it.
know.
No,
So,
I'm
so
not
it's like with the parish council itself, right? There's a retainer fee, and it covers the meetings, the day-to-day operations, helping out with the ordinances and so on. And the only time it transitions into any kind of hourly fee is if there is a litigation or suit filed. Everything else we do is within that retainer.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. And I think that's just something we need to state.
Yes, and look, and that's
Yeah,
something
yeah,
that,
right,
you know.
yeah.
that
We
I-
have
that-
time to work it out, but I just wanna
Absolutely.
make sure it's clear. That, yeah, and we have time to state that. So.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's being fair,
Yeah.
being fair.
Hourly rate based on what your seniority and stuff like that. Doesn't the state set an hourly rate again?
No, sir.
You don't? Yeah, because that's what we do at the draining pool. Our attorney's based on an hourly rate.
I bet you can do it either way, though.
Yeah, I mean, he should be good for 30. I mean,
What drainage board is that?
no, really, how do we do it at the draining board? Isn't it about an hour?
It's not no $25, I
And,
guarantee.
look,
you.
every board or district does it differently. Some is strictly hourly for everything. And look, and doing it strictly hourly is an option.
Okay.
You know, it doesn't have to be, that's something that we will definitely can sit down and figure out.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's no big deal.
Well, why don't we just hire him and then we'll see if we want to pay him?
He could sue.
Well, I mean, I've been working for free, for all this time, so.
Hey, you better hope he doesn't go back on
Look,
us.
I believe it's the pleasure of the board to decide what they're gonna do.
Okay, we'll work it out.
But we need to come up with some sort of decision tonight to have him represent us.
Somebody made the motion, somebody seconded. I don't know who it was, Mr. Chairman.
With me?
David make the motion?
I, no.
I'll make a motion that we hire
Okay.
Castro at $1,000 a month retainer.
Motion by Bridget.
Second.
Who made the second? Second by Mr. Mayhew. Roll call, please.
Mr. Graffia?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno? Mr. Ridgel?
Yes.
Mr. Mayhew?
Yes.
Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Vial?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Okay, the motion passes. Trent, I'm sorry, Trent. You got it? Motion passes, so ordered. The chair will entertain a motion to go into executive session to discuss, investigate alleged misconduct.
I so move, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Mr. Wells. Second by Mr. Mayhew. Roll call, please.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno? Yes. Mr. Ridgel?
Yes.
Mr. Mayhew?
Yes.
Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Vial?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Mr. Forrest?
Yes.
Mr. Graffia?
Yes.
Motion passes and so ordered. At this time, I'd like to clear the room, please.
Channel 17, proudly serving the Florida parishes.
The regular meeting is back in session, and there was no action taken. The chair will entertain a motion.
Yeah, Chief, that we as a board sat and discussed a lot of things in a,
He can't hear you,
you can't hear me?
Come up here, Chief.
We as a board, I'm on the
Well,
mic.
that's a microphone, but can you hear?
We as a board discussed the recent actions that have taken place at the within the 8th Ward Fire Department, and we discussed it, and this is what action we are going to take. Okay, the motion from the board is as follows. We accept Chief Ira Brown's resignation effectively immediately. Number 2, there will be a 48-hour transition period, which will take place until 11/10/2021 at 7 p.m. And number 3, based on alleged misconduct and ongoing investigation, there will be no further involvement on your part with the 8th Ward Fire District, including as a member of the board.
Yes, sir.
Those are our 3 actions.
You need him repeated, Chief?
Just the 48 hours, please.
You got 48 hours for transition
Until
period
when?
till 11/10/2021 at 7 p.m.
7 p.m. And no,
And that is the action of the board, and I'm making that motion.
You've heard Mr. Villa's motion. Can I, chair will entertain a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Bruno. Roll call, please.
Mr. Ridgel? Yes. Mr. Mayhew? Yes. Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Vial?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Mr. Forrest? Mr. Graffia? Yes. Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
apologize to each and every one of you, ladies and gentlemen. It was bad judgment on my part, very bad judgment. And your recommendations are fair, and again, I'm sorry. I do have a question, though, about the waiver. Now, you still want me to get that signed? The waiver of...
It was in the letter. He approached the gentleman who got into the wreck with the truck. He was gonna get
Well,
a
it was his
waiver
wife,
from them.
Yeah, so the board I can assist. I don't mind. I'll assist the board in drafting a release and waiver.
Did you see the one that was
It's
included?
from the state. He's got a,
Oh, you've already,
Okay.
okay.
we'll look at it.
Okay, yeah.
But I think that's something that we should handle as a board.
Yeah, I think the board can take that action. We do appreciate that, though, and what we'll do is, I'll make sure everything's in order with the waiver and the release, and we'll reach out to the individual involved in this, and hopefully she'll sign off on that to protect the board from any further liability.
Thank you.
I do have one other question. On the 911 call, it lists April Brown. Is that who was hit
April? I don't know that.
as parties involved? And on the sheriff's department, it lists Courtney Haley, Brian Harkins, and Jennifer Smith. Were there more than one persons in the car?
No, it was Caleb Lewis, his wife, and I didn't catch her name.
Okay.
But Bridget, it's ongoing, so
Okay.
Brad
Just
would
curious if it
determine-
was, so it was just a man and his wife?
Yeah,
A man and his wife in the car?
No, it was just her.
Just the man?
yeah.
No,
Brad's
Just
gonna, and
Just
Brad's
the
gonna
wife.
investigate all that for you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was just the wife.
okay.
But I will be at the station, so y'all let them know that I will be at the station
For the next 2 days.
for the next 2 days.
Okay, Chair, will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Okay.
All right, is that it? Okay,
Meeting, roll call, please.
Mr. Mayhew?
I have a question though.
Mr. Wells? Mr. Dial? Ms. Hodge?
Bridget?
Yes.
Mr. Forrest? Mr. Ingraffio?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yeah.
Mr. Roseman?
Yes.